What does change sound like? In Uganda, it sounds like football kicking, classrooms learning, voices full of hope. Welcome to Cambio Academy, where we live it every day. Hello everyone, welcome back to the studio. This is the Joy Coach Corner again. We are sorry for some disappointments if you expect some episodes in some weekends and we don't provide them. Yeah, we also face some challenges, but we are improvising to bring the best for you guys that you can enjoy, learn and get inspired from. And today we have another white guy here from Denmark, from AGF, a coach at Cambio and a coach at AGF. And he has been helping with under 18s, under 15s, and the whole academy at all, with the kids, small kids, the girls, helping to develop more talents in Uganda. And it's a dedication that is from Denmark, and is willing to help the guys in Uganda down here to make it through to the top leagues in Europe. And we are so proud of him, and we are grateful for your work. And I would like him to introduce himself because he has words that he can express to you guys and can explain him than me saying his names and what he's doing here at Cambio. Yes, Friss, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, then you can introduce yourself to the viewers.
Yeah, I am 25 years old. I have been coaching since I was 14,
Yeah.
I think, in my childhood club. And then from there to AGF. I've been there for 7 years. Soon it's 7 years.
Yeah.
And 1.5 years I've spent at El Cambio in Uganda.
Yeah, but you have not said your name.
Friss.
Friss, yeah. Is Friss.
Everybody knows me, that's why.
Yeah, is making a good name in Uganda as a coach, making some good tactics in the games as fans are watching for Masaka Sunshine and El Cambio as well at large, because they are partners in clubs and academy, and is the man behind the good football that you're watching out there, El Cambio fans, and he's here now with me in the studio. Yeah, and I'll be glad to hear your comments about him after this episode. And it was not working out well because of the change of the environment from Denmark to Uganda. And maybe that caused some sicknesses for you. Then you had to go back for some treatments. Then the return should be talked about after you've recovered from the sickness. And how was it for you to come first and then going back?
So I think it was 2 years ago. I was approached by Michael,
Yeah.
who's also been here on the podcast, asked me if I wanted to go to Uganda. And of course I wanted to. And I really loved the first time around.
Yeah.
As you said, unfortunately, I got sick, or I found out that I had a sickness that I didn't know of. And it was heartbreaking to tell everyone that I was going home. I hoped that it was for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was telling everybody that I'm back in 2 weeks. And this is just a normal checkup, and then I'll be back. And then they found out it's a little bit more serious. But everything in that period,
Yeah.
Coming home after being here, all the days in the hospital and the recovery, all that led up to me wanting to come back.
Yeah.
Because I was in love with this place and everything that it stands for. So I didn't want that to be my ending
Yeah.
of things. I wanted to end it on my way and not being forced by sickness or something.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed the first time around. It was different. Back then it was different. In January, when we 1.5 year ago,
Yeah.
it was different. It was at the New Kumbu. We played. We had school tournaments,
Yeah.
and we were going different places and different pitches almost every day. Right? We were at Kako, or we were at Gayasa, Chibanya, you
Yeah.
name it. Played Masaka Sunshine in Entebbe, and all of these. I have so many memories of that time that are so nice.
Yeah.
But it was just different from now. Coming back half year later or 5 months later, and everything is just up and running. It is weird to say, but it's a little bit easier as a football coach this time around because everybody's here at the academy and we have a nice pitch out there, and you know, life is just easier as a coach here. I only have to focus about making players better.
Yeah.
Right? It's not about all of a sudden we have this and this and this. It's fun. You know, I experienced both things. I'm grateful to have done that.
Yeah, I would call it a comeback because you went back and then you had to come back fully. And this year you came back fully from January. Now it's approaching the middle of the year. Of course it is, because we are in June. What were you looking forward to when you were told that you're coming back to Uganda, El Cambio, in January? Yeah.
Seeing everyone again. A lot happens in 5 months. I could follow a little bit from Denmark. I could see the games on video. I could follow the under 15, the under 18, the guys that I've been most involved with. Yeah. See how they were playing, developing, but it is just something different when you come here. Yeah. And you start to feel people again and how everybody just matures. So much happens in half a year that it's crazy. So that was the thing that got me going, right? That I need to see everybody again.
Yeah, and on top of that, is there something that you saw when you came back and you said, when I go back to Uganda, I would like to first improve this at first, and then we can see the progression, then we can work on other things?
I think I was home, and then I joined under 17 in AGF and under 19, and I just saw what it is you need to be able to do, not only on the football pitch to make it, but also what is it, how are you to act, what is your discipline, what is everything that you do, right? Football is about sacrificing something. So that was the first thing that I felt that's the thing I can come with. I can always talk about tactics. I can always talk about the technical stuff. We can practice. We can learn this and that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, for me, the most important part was, all right, let's make sure that everybody has that mentality of let's make it. Let's be pros. That was the thing that I wanted to come back with. That let me make sure that the oldest guys, that we get them ready for pro football.
Of course, there are different cultures, Denmark and then Uganda. How do you see, or how can you, are there some differences that you see in Danish football, youth football, and then it's in Ugandan Danish football, and then if there are some similarities, you can tell them, then how do you see that, the differences that are between the youth football in Denmark and then the youth football in Uganda, and how you see the Ugandan football, the youth, because you are working more in the youth football?
Yeah. I think it's funny because I always tell Abby, my good colleague here, that the games in Uganda are a lot more entertaining because it is so uncontrolled. It's a little bit more about control, and it's a little bit more about structure. In Denmark, tactical structure. We have video on every single opponent that we meet, so we know how to prepare the boys in terms of, okay, where's the free space? How do we want to pressure? We can prepare them more in terms of what is it that they're meeting, what is it that we want out of them. So it's a little bit more tactical, right? But in Uganda, we know nothing. We don't even know who shows up. Is it a senior team? Is it a secondary school? Are they much older than us? Are they same age? Are they big, tall? Are they small? Is it? Do they play with a backline of 5 or 4, or so we don't really know. So for us here, and that's the thing about it, it's a lot more individually focused. We are to make players here. That's what I love about Uganda. We are to make players that we can just plot in every system, that can come in with something others don't have, right? So that's the funny part of being involved in Ugandan football youth, especially here at El Cambio. But also the teams that I see from outside, it's can we plot players in, right? Can we make individually good players that we can plot in, compared to Denmark? Denmark still tries to do it. It's not that we don't focus individually, but it's just a different type of footballer. The guys that we have on under 18, you want to see them. Every time they have the ball, you feel like, okay, something great is gonna happen. And football is just fun, right? So that's the biggest thing that I like about this. It's so, even though I can be frustrated as a Danish coach because I come from structure, I come from tactical stuff. That's what I love about Ugandan football. It's you never know, right? Someone can go past 3 players and shoot up the corner. He can fall in the ball. That's the beauty of it. That's something I love about it.
And part of your expression that you've received both from Denmark and Uganda now, would you rather work more under Ugandan football or Danish football?
I think I'll always have a connection to Ugandan football. This is something that I can never let go of, because especially El Cambio, it feels like my family, and I feel like Uganda is my second home. As much as I love Uganda, I miss my family. I miss ADF. I miss all of this. So the good thing for me is that now that I go home, I will be around El Cambio players. It will always be a part of me. Of course, I have ambitions for myself as a coach. Those are in Denmark. That's where you can achieve more sometimes. But the good thing is that this place will always. I can never let this go, basically.
You've talked about ambitions. Do you have set goals that are pushing you, as a coach, that you want to achieve, here in Uganda or also in Denmark, that you would like to achieve during your career as a coach?
I don't really have an ambition. I don't have an ambition to be a senior football coach. It's too much about winning and not that much about development. It's still about development, but winning is all that you do, right? From you start Monday to you play the game Sunday, everything is evolved around winning. So for me, I've always had the ambition to be the best under 17 coach that I can be. So that is my goal. Under 17 for me is fun. It's a fun age, and I feel like when I've seen James, right, I played a small part of his journey. Someone has played a much bigger part of his journey, but to me, as a coach, it means so much to me to see James, to see Hamza succeed, and me feeling like I was a part of that journey. That means so much more to me than my own goals and ambition, because I was with them on that journey to realize their dreams or to make it to succeed. So that is my biggest ambition, to be around as many players, helping them with their dreams, but as well as being around the best players that I can, right? Being at El Cambio is my biggest chance to maybe make a Champions League player, right? So for me to have experienced this is nice. That's also a huge ambition for me to have been around someone that can go all the way.
Yeah, as we said, this is made more for football inspirational things, and you're hearing some stories that are touching, and some you're just listening to learn from our elders or some mentors, or maybe you can get knowledge from a person that is lower than you. If you're there, a big coach, and you're listening from Friss and is saying some good statements, it's free and it's fine for you to take it as an advice or to share it with your academy kids to take it in. Yeah, and Friss, as we are concluding this, do you have some inspirational things that you can tell someone facing some setbacks as a coach or as a player that can push him to keep moving? Because in life you face different challenges. As you got sick and you still had the chance to get alive and come back to Uganda and build the dreams for the kids here. So can you inspire someone that is also facing some challenges and setbacks in this dream that we are living now?
We were talking just before we started the podcast,
Yeah,
and I said that in my time in AGF, I've now seen players that they were not always the best. They were not always the highest talents, the ones that were brought up, the ones that were put on a pedestal or anything. We have so many cases now of players that were in the middle of the squad or they were almost on the way out.
Yeah.
But they kept fighting and they were determined not to be beaten.
Yeah.
They had to do something else to realize their dreams or to succeed. They had to work harder, be more self-critic. They had to go out and do more than the best of the best. I think one of the things that you can do the most is that you keep fighting, right? Harry Kane,
Yeah.
who's now scoring goals for Bayern Munich and the national team. When he was under 13, he was the third striker for that under 13 squad in Spurs. He was weak. He was not good.
Yeah.
But then, all of a sudden someone sees the light in him, helps him,
Yeah.
and he explodes from there. So believe in yourself, right? If you don't believe in yourself, you will not succeed. And then keep fighting because something will get out of it. If it's your dreams in terms of football player,
Yeah.
perfect. My dream was also to be a football player. That never happened, but now I get to live out others' dreams. I get to help others live out their football dreams. So as long as you do whatever you can, something beautiful will come out of that at last.
Sure. Yeah. I think that's the best that you can get as a player or someone facing some challenges. You can get money, you can provide any equipment, but if you don't have knowledge that can keep you moving, then you won't make it because the money can get used up and then the equipment can get maybe some mechanical problems, but knowledge, you have it on your head and you can't lose your brain anytime because you have and you take control of it. And that has been Friss. I have only one other question. What do you wish for your team here in Uganda, the academy, for the future? What do you wish for them?
For as many to make it as possible.
Yeah.
Not just for me, I am incredibly proud of having been part of James and Hamza. Of course I am.
Yeah.
But to see Elvis succeed, or when I talk to him, the person that he has become, I get extremely proud of that as well.
Yeah.
I don't just get proud of the players that I've been on the journey with, but the people that they have become. And I hope that some knowledge has touched some of the kids. Of course, I would love to see everybody succeed in AGF, my club, or in Europe, or wherever they end up. But for me, for everybody to make it, that's what I hope the most for. That everybody makes it in some way. If it's pro football in Uganda or it's pro football in Europe, I'll be the same proud of them if they are the nice people that they are and they stay on that path of being incredible human beings. Right? It's my second family, so of course I'll always be proud of them.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Friss, for joining me here. Not everyone that can join, some fear because you're facing a camera and many people will watch. But thank you for joining me and sharing your knowledge and some advices and maybe your journey as a coach. Thank you. Thank you, my guys, for